sir. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So this time we got Ninja 44 in his AMX ELC, and we of course have seen Ninja on the channel before. And the ELC is a scout tank matchmaking, so this is pretty much top tier for him. This is a tier 6 game on Marvanka, sorry, I have a tendency to get those mixed up, my bad. And I'm sorry if there are maybe some black bars on the screen still. It looks like there might be. I can't figure out why they're there. I have changed the settings. I don't know. They shouldn't be there. As far as the settings are concerned, they're not there, but they might be there, so I'll check later if they are. I'm really sorry. I'll figure it out one of these days. So Ninja has something like 6 perks on this crew. So when you see him firing from a bush like this, if you don't see the 6th sense icon go off, that's because he has not been lit, and he is just going to sit here and murder poor people who don't know he's here. He is running strong coffee. He's running a gun rammer, I believe vents and optics on his ELC. If you're running anything other than that, Ninja, could you tell me in the comments, please? I know you're gonna end up watching this. Ooh, a T-67 way at the back there. Doesn't spot Ninja as he goes running past. So Ninja stops. He puts a solid bush between between himself and the T-67, and his M44 kills it for him. It's perfectly fine by him. Still a dead enemy tank. He's gonna wait for his gun to aim in as long as it's gonna take with the ELC. Yep. He fired one of his 3 HE shells into the birch gun, killing it. I'm sure he had the HE shell loaded up for the T-67. Didn't end up needing it. Takes out the birch gun with it. Probably the best use of the HE shell he could have found. It is worthwhile to note that he does have the 3 marks of excellence. So if you've ever wanted to know how to drive an ELC, this is actually gonna be a really great example game of how to drive an ELC, and the fact that they are more powerful than people give them credit for. This poor SU-100 is just wandering along, minding his own business, gets shot in the back, and because of the tree Ninja knocks down, the SU might have an idea as to where we are, but apparently not good enough of an idea to shoot us. And at the same time, Ninja doesn't have any idea where the SU-100 is, which is a little disconcerting because of the fact of how close the SU-100 is. You should be able to see him. Oh, there we go. But we get lit in return. Dodging, trying to dodge, fires a snapshot and misses. So the SU-100 gets the better of that particular engagement. Ninja is just getting below the ridgeline, waits till he's off sight, and then pulls into this bush, and he's gonna see if he can't shoot himself an SU-100, or maybe just an enemy ELC. Enemy ELC is not really paying attention. Oh no, he's not spotted because of course he was in the bush and not in front of the bush. And so now he's just going to try and dodge some fire. And you can barely see over this ridgeline. That's the ground right there as he pops the shell just barely over it and into the SU-100Y. SU-100 is barely visible over the ridgeline. Pops the shell into it. And because he's so far behind this bush, he's not getting lit while he does this. He runs up into the bush, gets the lights, pulls back far enough that the bush is solid, and then fires through it. Bush mechanics are a little bit off in 9.16, but because of how stealthy the ELC is, or because of how many perks Ninja has on it, he can do this without anybody ever knowing where he is. Now, this isn't to say he's invincible, it's just to say that if the tank destroyers are going to sit back there out in the open, they're going to die. If they had either fallen back like the SU-100 did to the point where he's not visible, he's okay. But where this SU-100Y just decided he was going to sit out in the middle, and well, that was the end of that. SU-100 looking the wrong way, doesn't have time to get a shot off as Ninja aims that in on the fly and takes him out. And continue to move at full speed, doesn't want to get hit by anybody, including and mostly the enemy artillery, which is probably the one to be around there. Now they have 2 in the cap with 34 seconds left on the timer, and the couple of allies that are left are not in any position to take them out. So Ninja just waits and aims in. He's got plenty of time, taking out the M8A1, who looks like he had the majority of the cap points. And Ninja doesn't get spotted for that. He was shooting through treetops. KV-1 knows approximately where he is, but not good enough to fire at him. And Ninja goes ahead and resets the cap again. Again, not getting lit, as that KV-1 just either does not have a good enough commander to see him, or possibly because he's still counted as behind the tree when he fired. I don't really know which it is. But Ninja's just going to go ahead and be aggressive on this guy. If this guy's not 100% expecting it, he had very little chance of stopping that. Ninja ended up coming at the worst possible angle on that. And so the KV-1 was looking right over this hill. If Ninja had come flying around the hill, he would have had a better chance of not getting shot. Or if he had done something like, if he juked into the cap and then come up and over the ridgeline, the KV-1 probably would have been looking this way, and again, it would have been more likely to have not been shot. But Ninja pulled off a little bit of luck there with a lot of skill and ended up getting what he needed done. He's now going to have to go after the enemy KV-1S, who is currently duking it out with our KV-1, who doesn't seem to have done a whole lot except for track him in place, which is exactly what Ninja needs. He needed him to stop moving, and he starts putting shots into the side of this guy. KV-1S realizes the danger, runs around behind our KV-1 to the point where Ninja doesn't have a shot anymore. That was a really smart move by the enemy KV-1S, who then kills our KV-1. And Ninja's going to have to find a bush. He jumps into this one. Still has the enemy KV-1S spotted, but he can't fire because there's so many hills back there that he's more than likely just going to fire into the dirt. He's still got more than enough shells left, and we spot the enemy artillery wandering across open ground. Ninja goes ahead and lets his shot aim in and takes him out on the fly, and then gets on out of there because he didn't want to risk being lit. And actually, we light the enemy KV-1S as we're retreating. So Ninja's just going to find another ambush spot, probably along the 1 line, seeing as he has abandoned his post on the 3 line. He's just going to run over here, find somewhere that he can see the KV-1 or KV-1S, and the KV-1S has no chance at killing him. This is an interesting spot. I don't think he can see quite what he wants to see from here. He's expecting the enemy KV-1S to progress up this way. I don't think he will. I'm fairly certain he's going to stay in this corner for the rest of the game, as he is terrified about the little ninja that's out here. And the pun was kind of intended, but the fact is that nobody has seen this thing kill them, or very few people have seen this thing kill them. Or if they've seen it kill them, it was because it came out of nowhere 3 feet away and shotgunned them in the back. Which is pretty much what the specialty of the ELC is. This thing has a monstrous gun for its tier, and it is exceedingly fast, and that's pretty much all it is a gun and some wheels. And if you make great use of both of those in combination, this thing can absolutely destroy. And Ninja has done well in this game at putting everything into use the way it needs to course, the fact that he's running, sorry, coffee probably does help out. Yeah, small first aid kit. That's the key to his victory right there. He's gonna try and sneak in on this K1S from a direction the K1S does not expect him to be. He is kind of like pushing through. He doesn't want to go in there. Last we knew, the K1S has something like 300 health. That's 2 shots, which is bad because, of course, it only takes 1 shot from the K1S to kill us. So Ninja's got to get into this guy without being lit. Oh, there he is. Were we lit? Probably. Yes, we were. K1S fires. K1S doesn't fire. Okay. Now that we know where he is, job is to see if we can do that again from a different angle. One that hopefully we can get a read on him without having to get that close. Good. Sorry about this. Trying to record this early in the morning, so you guys have something to watch today while I'm at work. What? Well then. You gotta wonder how that went, because they're both dead. So does that mean that the 3 of 4 shotgunned the T-67, killed him, and then the backlash killed the FV 3 of 4? Or was the T-67 dead, and the FV hiding from the Nashorn, and something happened, and this is how it ended up? This is a very interesting tableau here. I'd really like to think that the FV killed the T-67 and then killed himself with a backwash, because that happens more often than not to FV 3 or 4 drivers. Sneaking in here, we realize that the KV-1S has moved. That, or he's directly behind that bush. So Ninja's going to back up to the point where he's no way he's possibly lit. He's going to aim in, use the basically zoom out to fire, and then he's going to wait while he reloads. And no, he didn't hit the K1S. Ooh, interesting. But we do manage to light the K1S without being lit ourselves, which is just crazy, and fires another blind shot. And again, he's going to try and light the K1S without getting lit. It looks like he isn't able to manage it this time. It must feel like just a slice between the bushes where ELC could, where Ninja could see the K1S without getting seen. This is not a good bush to be in. Yeah, exactly. He was too far through that bush. Ooh, he did manage to shoot the K1S with that blind shot. K1S has decided to come and hunt him down. 3 minutes left in this game. Is going to be the first one to land a shot will win this game, or the first one to miss a shot will lose it. So Ninja fakes like he's running away, pulls the e-brake, hopes the KV-1S isn't paying attention, and doesn't think, or doesn't see him pointing his gun his way as he comes over that hill. Ninja is trying to break contact here. He wants to get at a proxy spotting distance, but it's hard to do when you have to keep a hill that's this small between you and the enemy. KV-1S caught looking the wrong way. KV-1S was thinking that he was going to come over this side of the hill or around the hill, and instead Ninja just guns it straight at him, which in all fairness is suicidal, but that's one of the traits you have to have in great abundance if you want to play the ELC to its full capability. You have to be a little bit crazy and a lot willing to put yourself in stupidly dangerous situations in order to really do well in this thing. Though I recommend you only start doing the stupidly dangerous stuff after you figure out how to drive this thing well, because if you can drive this thing well, then you can put yourself into stupidly dangerous situations and come out of it mostly in one piece most of the time. Things like this are pretty common in the ELC, though this is actually a really far distance to fire as far as I'm concerned. And most of the time I try and get up to the point where my gun is almost inside the enemy tank before I pull the trigger. because I don't have as many perks on my ELC as Ninja does, and I definitely I'm not running strong coffee when I run it, and thus it takes me about to here before I can pull that trigger and reliably hit that shot 99% of the time. Because gun boom on a rotating turret while you're going full speed in an ELC is just insane, as it is rightly so. Anyways, well done, Ninja. Beautiful game. Thank you so much for showing this off. And I do want to point out that I'm fairly certain only that last shell was the only gold he used all game, because he needed to make sure that went in, or that would have been the game over, and that would have been 7 kills for nothing and a game thrown for want of just one premium shell to guarantee that penetration. That was good use of ammo and a beautiful use of the ELC. Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. We are shocked and amazed. I cannot believe you have managed to achieve this level of awesomeness on an ELC. And that, if you don't know, is sarcasm, because of course Ninja is a master. We saw the 3 marks of excellence in game. He didn't just ace it, but this was of course worth an ace. Bruiser and Fire for Effect are kind of superfluous at this point in time. These are the medals everybody wants to see. The Radley Walters for 8 kills in one game. Defender, because of course, I don't know, but I get the feeling he reduced like 150% of the cap or something like that. High Caliber, yeah, that's, you're gonna see exactly how much of a high caliber he got in a second. And then of course the top one we don't care about. Churchill, apparently he spotted at some point, though I don't remember there being a Churchill in that game. So it must have been far on the one line when he was zipping around on the other side of the map, killing stuff at will. And of course the Sherman he spotted too, though I don't remember that being anywhere near him either, so he must have spotted that and been concentrating on killing something else as well. Everything else he either shot or got spawning damage on. Well done. Yeah. 1600 base experience. And the next lowest guy, or the next highest experience earner on this team, was at 500. Yeah, you can add together like these 4 guys and still not total his experience amount. No, you can't, unfortunately. Oh, actually, that might be more than his experience, but still, that's insane. Well done, sir. And then, of course, 2,600 damage dealt. Good Lord. 19 shots fired, 14 hits, and everything that hit went in. And 8 vehicles spotted, 8 vehicles damaged, and then 8 vehicles destroyed. Means everything he shot died. Either because he put a couple more shots into it until it died, or because he one-shot it. And more often than not, I think it was actually the latter. Or the first one, where he put more than one shot into something to kill it. But either way, well done, sir. Beautiful. Even with spending all that ammunition, or the 20 grand to get his strong coffee back in his tank, he had ammunition costs, but he didn't fire much gold, so that wasn't very high. And of course, the repair costs. This thing still makes bank. And great amounts of experience. Thank you so much for Ninja for saying this in. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.